Hello everyone. Today we discuss about economic load dispatch when we are considering transmission line losses. Okay. So this is the problem. The fuel cost function in for through two thermal plants are given by these two are the fuel cost functions where P1 and P2 refers to the megawatts. I need to find out optimal scheduling of the generation. If the total load, that means the load terminal will be 640 megawatts, 640.82 megawatts. So initially I am in two thermal generating units. Okay, so both two thermal generating units generating power, I don't know how much power will be generated from the each unit. So in this problem I need to find out each and every generating unit voltage and terminal power, and also I am also considering transmission line losses. Okay, in previous model we don't get any transmission line losses, but in this example we are mentioning transmission line losses. Okay, that means in this problem we are mentioning transmission line losses. How much transmission line losses will be present in this problem means this is the transmission line power loss expression. Okay, this one. Okay, so how I am going to write a program for this problem means in MATLAB. So first of all you just mention MATLAB program for economic load dispatch with losses, and I am here I don't mentioning any generating limits. Okay, I didn't considering any generating limits. So CLC, that means it cleans the command window. Clear, it refers to clear the workspace. I need to mention the cost data. Cost data refers to this fuel cost data. Okay, cost data refers to the fuel cost data for 1, 420, 9.2 and 0.04. Okay, so in this way we just mentioning the cost data, and I need to mentioning the length of the suppose if you having two generating units, that then the iterations will be for 2. Okay, so for this I need to mentioning for loop. Each and every terminal need to change. First of all we just need to find out the suitable parameters for the present problem. Okay, and then we having suitable lambda value. This one is the lambda, already they given lambda value is 12. Okay, after choosing lambda we need to find out PGI, that means power generating at the generating station 1 or power generating at the generation 2. How we are going to find out this PG1 and PG2, and also the incremental production cost. Okay, all these will be discussed in this program. Okay, so next of all load demand, PD refers to load demand. Okay, PD refers to load demand. DP and DP refers to power at the initial time period. Okay, total power at the initial time period. And lambda refers to at the rate of change of lambda at the initial time period. Okay, and last data means transmission line losses. Okay, transmission line losses means 0.036, 0.03346 and 0.00643, 0.00643. So first of all I need to mention the loss data in an array. So how I am going to arrange these values in an array means with the help of this one. Okay, bi is equals to loss data for iteration 1 to I. Okay, so first of all I need to find out the iterations, how many number of iterations I need to perform, and also lambda and Pg1 and Pg2 and power losses. So while I am doing this, I am getting an answer of iteration 1 lambda value, pg1 value, pg2 value, and that means power generation at the terminal 1, that means our station 1, power generation at the station 2, and total power total transmission line losses. Okay, at first iteration. Okay, for the first iteration I having lambda value 12, power generation unit, that means 171 megawatts, power generation 2 terminal 476 megawatts, and losses will be 24 megawatts. Okay, when we take an iteration 2 terminal, we having lambda changes value. Okay, 12.0949, and the rate of change of power G1 and G2. So when compared to the previous one, the power changes will be observed here. So with the changes of the lambda value, automatically the Pg1 and Pg2 will be changes, and the losses will be also changes. So just we are considering 5 iterations in this paper. Okay, I am just doing 5 iterations, Pg1 and Pg2. So we just changing the lambda value and also Pg1 and Pg2 and power losses. So after I getting power losses all these terms. Okay, for this terminal I just know the values of the lambda with respect to the time iterations 1 to 5, and also generating each and every generating unit value, and also power losses. Okay, so next of all I need to mention, okay, I need to mention PL value is equals to 0. First of all, I need to mention PL value and some value D PLA value will be 0. Why I am doing this means I need to find out the first of all, for the when we including transmission losses. Okay, when we are including transmission losses for optimal solution, you already know the formula of the optimal solution. Lambda is equals to, okay, lambda is the optimal Lagrangian multiplier. Okay, that when we talk about the optimal solution, lambda is equals to penalty factor into the incremental fuel cost. You already know the formulas of the incremental fuel cost and penalty factor. Okay, you already know the incremental fuel cost and penalty factor. I am just mentioning in this okay, so lambda is equals to Li, that means penalty factor. Okay, Li into dou C1 divided by dou Pgi. Okay, so lambda factor means Lagrangian multiplier for optimal solution, and Li means penalty factor, and dou C1 by dou Pgi refers to incremental fuel cost. So for this, that means this one is the penalty factor. So in this project I am just mentioning penalty factor as a Li. Okay, this one Li refers to penalty factor. Penalty factor is equals to 1 divided by denominator. 1 divided by denominator means simply Li is equals to 1 divided by 1 minus incremental transmission line losses. Okay, incremental transmission line loss. How we are going to find out this ITL means, how we are going to find out ITL means 1 divided by 1 minus dou PL divided by dou Pgi. Okay, these are the formulas for the we having rate of change of lambda. Now how we are getting rate of change of lambda means by having penalty factor and also incremental fuel cost. Okay, so how we are going to find out penalty factor means 1 divided by 1 minus incremental transmission line losses. How we are going to find out incremental transmission line loss means 1 divided by 1 minus dou PL by dou PGI. You already know the formula for the PL. Okay, how we are going to find out the PL means for two number of thermal generating unit, PL value is equals to B11 Pg1 square plus B22 Pg2 square plus 2 into B12 Pg1 plus Pg2. Okay, Pg1 plus Pg2. This is the formula for the power loss. Okay, in when we are performing theoretical analysis, this is the formula for the total transmission line losses. Okay, so in this way we need to find out, in a similar way we need to find out the penalty factor. Okay, so in MATLAB also we having penalty factor is equals to Li 1 divided by denominator is equals to 1 minus Bi into Pi into 2 into PL. Okay, so this one refers to the incremental transmission line loss. Okay, incremental transmission line loss. Finally I need to find out the total generation cost. Okay, finally I need to find out the total generation cost and also incremental fuel cost. Okay, how I am going to perform this means just run this model. This is the M file. Okay, we need to run the M file. So when we run the model, at that time we having iterations like this way, and also final output for the program lambda is equals to 12.10 and each and every generating unit for optimal generation. Okay, for optimal generation we having rate of change of generations now. Here we having rate of change of generating unit from each and every generating unit. Okay, so for optimal solution, which one is better means we having 5 iterations now, 5 different Pg1 and Pg2 values will be appeared, but we need to find out the optimal Pg1 and Pg2. How we are going to find out means at the lambda is equals to 12.1034 we find out the optimal generation. So the generation is 177 megawatts Pg1, Pg2 is equals to 489 megawatts. And incremental fuel cost value 10.61 rupees for Pg1 and 11.34 rupees for Pg2. The penalty factor will be 1.13 for Pg1, 1.06 for Pg2. Okay, so total generation cost will be 7,386.2. okay, E refers to 10 to the power of 3. Okay, so just multiply 7.3862 into 10 to the power of 3, that refers to 7,386 rupees. That means this one is the total generation cost. Okay, this one is the total generation cost. So this is the way to find out the overall individual generating unit costs and also total generation cost of the when we considering transmission and line losses. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. We having a description link about the programming. This one is the programming. In the description link we provide this programming. Okay, we just need to copy this program in M file and save it a variable name and then run the model. Automatically the results will be shown like this way. Okay.